joining us tonight at 6. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz here with meteorologist Simone Thomas. Outside in the garden, we actually begged our producer to be out here.
We definitely did.
Because it's beautiful out.
We finally got the sunshine.
And the sunset is just looking gorgeous too.
It is
look at that.
beautiful. And then this time tomorrow, we get to soak up more of it for even longer. Now,
let's not talk about losing sleep though, just the sun.
you know, you got me. We're going to focus on the good. So daylight savings time starts tomorrow. It starts tonight at 2 a.m. Those clocks are going to spring forward an hour. So today, while that sun is setting at 6:12, tomorrow we're going to see the sunset at 7:13. So we're going to start to see more of those later sunsets. But some bad news with the good news. Overnight, we're going to get pretty chilly as more of those clouds move out of the way and the wind start to calm down. That's going to allow us to cool into more of the middle to upper 30s. We're expecting a low of 37 here in the capital city, but portions of north central Arkansas and northern Arkansas are under the gun for a potential frost or freeze. Now we'll talk more about what that's going to look like overnight in that 7-day, as well as how much we're going to warm up over the next couple of days. So make sure you stay with us.
All right, thanks Simone. Now, if you're counting down, we are just 1 month away from the total solar eclipse here in Arkansas. For months, we've told you how some of the smaller cities are preparing for tourists, but today we're going to break down plans for Little Rock. THV11's Ashley Godwin shows us how the capital city plans to make it an out-of-this-world experience.
It's incredibly possible that this is going to be the largest tourism event in Little Rock's history.
It's anticipated that thousands will be coming to Arkansas for the solar eclipse on April 8th. Little Rock is one of many cities preparing for the influx.
We're certain that if you're a visitor to the city of Little Rock, or if you live in the city of Little Rock, you'll have an amazing opportunity to watch this event.
The Little Rock Visitors and Convention Bureau and the city are partnering to make this the best experience possible. There are pre-eclipse events leading up to the historic day at SOMA, Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, and the Museum of Discovery. Then on the big day, there will be several watch parties and the opportunity for live music.
We're going to have world-renowned Pink Floyd tribute band The Machine. And what they're going to do is perform that morning leading up to totality. Take a 20-minute break so you can enjoy what's going on in silence. And then they're going to perform for another hour after that.
We're preparing watch parties in a box that are going to include glasses, snack treats like Eclipse gum and Capri Suns and moon pies.
And if you haven't figured out your plans yet, you still have time.
We've got plenty of rooms, and Little Rock is ready to welcome people here for the eclipse.
Mayor Scott is also going to declare a state of emergency during the eclipse. I'm told it's to allow campers in the city parks if necessary. Back to you.
Now, they do still need volunteers at some of these eclipse events, and if you're interested in helping, you can go right now to thv11.com. And we know that Russellville will be one of the prime spots to view for the eclipse. For months, we've been talking about how Arkansas Tech is preparing, and now students are also getting involved. The school is renting out spots on campus for viewing. Right now, they tell us nearly half of the 125 spots are already reserved. Many students are going through emergency response training as well to help handle the large influx of people.
And we're also going to be doing a big class on radio communications, so we're able to effectively communicate between our first responders on campus, all of the people working on the Eclipse Committee during the 4-day stint that we'll be working here on campus.
We are very excited. I feel very prepared. I trust our students. I trust the training that we're giving them, and I think it's just going to be a great event.
About a dozen student organizations are working on campus throughout the eclipse, and back to those spaces you can rent out, those profits will all go towards those student organizations on campus. If you want to learn more about the science behind the eclipse or find events near you, all you have to do is text the word eclipse to 501-376-1111 and we'll send you a direct link. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are campaigning in the battleground state of Georgia today as they look ahead to the general election in November. As Christian Benavidez reports, Mr. Biden hopes to build on his State of the Union speech earlier in the week.
With dueling rallies in Georgia, former President Donald Trump is on the campaign trail today, poised to deliver his first public speech since President Biden's fiery State of the Union address. The former president looks to build momentum after recent polling showing him ahead of Biden.
Joe Biden is on the run from his record and lying like crazy to try and escape accountability.
As Biden looks to capitalize on his energetic State of the Union address.
My predecessor, a former Republican president, tells Putin, quote, do whatever the hell you want.
The Biden campaign is boosting resources, planning a $30 million media blitz over the next 6 weeks, opening roughly 100 field offices and more than tripling the number of staff members. In a new ad addressing the question polls show is on voters' minds, his age.
I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people.
The Trump campaign hit back with this ad titled Not a Young Guy. With the primaries now in the rearview mirror, both candidates are focusing on a long campaign road ahead. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
The Trump team is also focused on trying to close a significant fundraising gap. Records from February show the Biden campaign and DNC have roughly double the cash on hand compared to Trump's team and the RNC. Carly Russell, the Alabama woman at the center of a kidnapping hoax that caught national attention last July, is now expected to plead guilty to her charges of false reporting. Russell disappeared after calling 911, saying that a toddler was walking around near a freeway. Then she returned home 2 days later, telling police she was abducted. A municipal judge found her guilty of the charges in October. Now she's appealing to a circuit court, hoping to avoid jail time. She's expected back in court March 21st. The Biden administration wants a cap on credit card late fees. Under a new proposal, the fees could be $8 a month. Right now, the average late fee is $32. Banks that charge more would need to show why. The move is expected to face legal challenges in court. President Biden also announced a new strike force that would crack down on illegal and unfair pricing on things like groceries, prescription drugs, healthcare, and housing. And the FBI says it received more than 880,000 reports of internet crime last year. In all, Americans lost $12.5 billion to cyber scams, a 22% increase from 2022. Losses from ransomware attacks saw the biggest jump, up 74% year over year. A Verify reader asked if student loan borrowers receive a check when the government forgives their student loans. Ariane Detiel verifies how student loan relief is issued.
The Biden administration recently announced it has forgiven $138 billion in student loans for 3.9 million borrowers since taking office. Verify viewer Diane emailed us to ask if borrowers receiving forgiveness are getting checks. So Diane, let's verify using these sources. The Education Department's federal student aid website says when the government forgives a borrower's student loan debt, it rids the borrower of their obligation to repay all or a portion of their loan. Or, as Debt.org puts it, forgiveness means all or part of your student loan is wiped away. Poof. Meaning there is no need to issue the borrower a check. The government just reduces what you owe or zeroes out your account. There are, however, a couple of instances where borrowers could receive checks from the Education Department. Those are refunds for overpayments or canceled loans. For example, if a person takes out a loan to attend a school that closes down, the borrower gets a refund of payments made on those loans. But those are different from student loan forgiveness. So we can verify, no, the federal government does not send checks for student loan forgiveness. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Detiel.